Hello there, friend. My name is Jackie, and Happy Lunar New Year, or Chinese New Year. This particular holiday always features one of 12 animals from the Chinese zodiac, so this year's animal is the rabbit. So I decided to make a jackalope. It's still technically a rabbit, plus it gives me an excuse to dip back into making more cryptids that I love. So let me show you my process, and let's get to it. I'll start by making the head first with some aluminum foil and a fresh slab of Super Sculpey Original. This is my go-to clay. I love how easy it is to work with and also the firmness the original clay type provides. Once I have the general shape of the head that I want, I'll go on with making the finer details. Getting some eye sockets in, little puffy cheeks, and a little nose and mouth to complete it. Time now to roll out part of the eyes and finish up this face with some more details. Now that the first bake is done, I can get started on the ears. I will be using Cosclay medium for this part. This polymer clay is great for such details, since it stays flexible after baking. To my surprise, making rabbit ears is easy, but not so easy as well. Since I'm going for more of a realistic look, getting the proportions just right did take me a few tries. So after spending some time fiddling and touching up a few parts here and there, we have our head. Moving on to the body, using more aluminum foil again, I can start applying the clay. This time I am making the limbs as I go, instead of having the entire body planned out before adding the clay. I didn't have a particular pose in mind for this piece. I was just hoping it would come to me once I started throwing some clay on it. Poking out all the limbs now with more clay. With this general shape, I can attach the head. It's looking pretty good. Now to finish up the body to match the head. Right now the head is looking a bit too big for the body, so let's fix that. While adding in some fur texture as well. Since rabbits tend to have more fluff around the neck, I'm gradually bulking up this part with more clay. A little more texturing. Aside from their noticeably long ears, rabbits have short cotton ball-like tails, so let's add one now. This part was quite fun. I found that the more I repeatedly stab this tail, the fluffier it gets. With the body now complete, it's time to move on to the antlers. This length looks good. Time to use some of that finger strength to bend these to my desired shape. Incorporating some thinner wire to create the spike-like growths on top. Now to cover these antlers with some more Cosclay medium. I find that polymer clay in general doesn't stick to metal wires that well, so I'll add as much of it to the first layer as I can. Then after baking I can touch up any parts that I need to. This side was loose and came off after baking. Thankfully some super glue will do the trick. Now to finish up making these antlers. The hardest part was making them identical to each other. Everything is finally sculpted. Time to finally paint. I wasn't able to use my spray paints to prime this piece, so I'm doing it by hand to even everything out. After the first white layer had dried, I'm going over everything with this off-white, slightly cream tone as my base color. Now lightly dry brush some white as the highlight for the fur. This will really help bring out the textures. Mix up some pink for the inner details of the ears. As well as the inner parts of the eyes. And to add some warmth to the hands and feet. There was a slight dent above the nose that I had never gotten around to fixing, so I decided to just incorporate it into the piece to give it some character. Like the famous words of Bob Ross, we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. Adding another layer of depth with this fleshy peach color. Now finishing off the eyes with some glossy red to really make them pop. Only thing left now is to paint the antlers. So with that, I think we're ready for the final look. I had originally intended on just enjoying my break over the new year and not worrying about posting a new video. I just really was in the mood to make something. It's a really good feeling to have, and I hope it stays that way throughout the whole year. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this semi-last minute piece I did on the Jackalope. This was a fun start to other smaller and larger builds I have planned for this year. Remember to leave a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. Happy Lunar New Year again, and I hope this year will be a good one for us all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.